A very good morning, children. As you know, the lesson 9, Madam Rides the Bus, is still in continuation. So, let's recall what we learnt in the last class. So, we came to know that the bus was moving across a bare landscape, and Wally was enjoying the outside scene. Trees came running towards them. Sometimes the bus seemed to strike the oncoming vehicle, but both passed safely. Suddenly, Wali clapped her hands with joy. A cow was running in the middle of the road in front of the bus. The driver pressed the horn again and again, but the cow became more frightened and continued running before the bus. Wali was so amused that she laughed and laughed until there were tears in her eyes. At last, the cow moved off the road. A little later, Wali enjoyed the scene of train when the bus passed by the side of a railway crossing. Soon the bus entered the city area crowded with people. Wali was filled with surprise looking at different things. Uh, so, and after that, Wali, when the bus stopped, Wali was asked to get refreshed by the conductor, but then she refuses that no, I don't want to get down from the bus and don't want to have any refreshment. So till here I ended in the previous class. So let me continue further. So be with me and try to understand the lesson. Today this lesson is going to end now. So now what happens? No, I don't have enough money. Just give me my ticket, that's all. It will be my treat and not cost you anything. No, no, she said firmly. Please, no. The conductor shrugged and they waited until it was time for the bus to begin the return journey. Again, there weren't many passengers. So, when the conductor wanted to offer her the cold drink, then again she refused and she said that she don't have enough money to have anything else for her refreshment like cold drink, and she just demanded her ticket, that's all she needed. Okay, so the conductor said no problem, it will be the treat from my side, that it will be an service from my side to you, you don't have to pay for that cold drink. But again she was very firm. Strongly she said no to the conductor. So the conductor shrugged. Shrugged means pulled his shoulders back. Just an expression, okay? And they waited until it was the time for the bus to begin the return journey. Now again the same bus was going back to the village. Again there weren't many passengers, so as it was the afternoon time, you know well, so the passengers were less during that time in the bus. Next, won't your mother be looking for you? The conductor asked when he gave the girl her ticket. So while going the ticket back to village, the conductor again raised a question that won't your mother be searching you at home? Okay. No one will be looking for me, she said. So again she said that no one is there, okay, waiting for me, you just give me my ticket. The bus started and again there were the same wonderful sights. So again the bus started moving on its time, and while going time, again she could enjoy all those beautiful sights, the natural scenery which she could see while coming to the town. Valli wasn't bored in the slightest and greeted everything with the same excitement she would felt the first time. But suddenly she saw a young cow lying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. So now Wali, she didn't get little bit bored also, in the slightest means even a little she didn't get bored, and she greeted everything, okay, with the same excitement. She was again having the same happiness and pleasure. Okay, and with courage she was greeting everything, and she had felt the first time the same feeling she had while returning back home. But suddenly what she saw, a young cow, it was lying dead by the roadside. Okay, till now there was a scene of very happiness and pleasure, but suddenly at that moment, that sadness, this happiness turned into sadness for Vali. Why? When she saw the young cow lying dead by the roadside, just where it had been struck by some fast moving vehicle. So you might have also seen children many times on the way. When you pass through the vehicles, one or the other animals are lying dead on the roadside. Why? There are many reasons, as they come on the way, they don't move, so it happens. So any fast vehicle, moving vehicle had hit the cow, and the cow was lying dead. Isn't that the same cow that ran in front of the bus on our trip to town? She asked the conductor. Now, seeing that cow, Wali remembered that cow. Which cow? Which she had seen, okay, while coming towards the town, and one cow which was coming again and again in front of the bus. So she wanted to confirm from the conductor whether that is the same cow which is lying dead on the roadside now. The conductor nodded, and she was overcome with sadness. What had been a lovable, beautiful creature just a little while ago had now suddenly lost its charm and its life, and looked so horrible, so frightening as it lay there, legs spread eagled, a fixed stare in its lifeless eyes, blood all over. Now, when she asked the question to confirm, the conductor nodded, means he shook his head, saying, yes, it is the same. And that time she was filled with sadness. She was very much sad, and now she is thinking over here that what had been, that how that cow was so lovable, so beautiful creature it was. Okay, just a while before, just a little time before, how that cow was just moving and running ahead and wanted to cross the bus and all. Okay, and suddenly what happened? See, it lost all its charm. Why? Because now it had lost its life, and it looks so horrible seeing that. She got so fearful, okay, and so frightening. She was also terrified seeing that scene, as it was lying there dead, and its legs were spread-eagled. Spread-eagled means spread out. The position of the cow in which it was lying dead, the legs of the cows were spread out, and there was a fixed stare, means now there was no movement in the eyes of the cow. It was still, and there was blood all over the body. So this was the condition of that a very beautiful creature. Okay, the bus moved on. The memory of the dead cow haunted her, dampening her enthusiasm. She no longer wanted to look out the window. Now the bus, it was moving on in its pace, and here what happens now. Now Valli was going on just thinking about that dead cow. Okay, and it was coming again and again to her mind, the same scene of the dead cow lying dead there, and dampening her enthusiasm. Dampening her means killing her courage. Till now she was very bold and courageous girl who was strongly facing everyone and answering very boldly, but now her enthusiasm means her just means now she had become so quiet girl. She had lost her courage now seeing that dead cow. Okay, and she no longer wanted to look out the window, means she was feeling very sad. There was no enthusiasm now for her trip, and that's why she no longer wanted to look out a window of the bus. She sat thus, glued to her seat, until the bus reached her village at 3:40. She stood up and stretched herself. Then she turned to the conductor and said, "Well, sir, I hope to see you again." So now she just sat glued to her seat, means now she was fixed. She didn't move anymore until the bus reached till her village, and it reached at 3:40 back to her village. After that, when the bus stopped, she stood up and she stretched herself, means now she moved from her seat, and she turned to the conductor and said that, "Sir, I hope we will meet again." Okay. Okay, madam, he answered her, smiling. "Whenever you feel like a bus ride, come and join us, and don't forget to bring your fare." So the conductor also replied her smilingly. So he said that, "Most welcome. Whenever you feel like having a bus ride, you can come, but bring the money, that is the fare, bus fare, with you." She laughed and jumped down from the bus. Then away she went, running straight for home. She again was happy, and she ran and went straight to her home. When she entered her house, she found her mother awake and talking to one of Wali's aunts, the one from South Street. This aunt was a real chatterbox, never closing her mouth once she started talking. So now when Wali she reached her house, okay, she found her mother was awake. She was not sleeping because if you remember, she had calculated that during this time when she will be returning home, she will find her mother sleeping. But here the mother was awake, and she was talking to one of her aunts who was living in the South Street. Okay. And this aunt, she was a real chatterbox. She was very talkative one. Okay. And once she opened her mouth, she never stops talking. "And where have you been?" said her aunt when Wali came in. She spoke very casually, not expecting a reply. So Wali just smiled, and her mother and aunt went on with their conversation. So when Wali entered her house, aunt asked her immediately, okay, that where were you, Wali? But she spoke so casually in very normal way that if she won't get the answer also, no problem. So Wali also just gave a smile, and again she started talking with her mother. Conversation means, a talk between two persons. "Yes, you're right," her mother said. "So many things in our midst and in the world outside. How can we possibly know about everything? And even when we do know about something, we often can't understand it completely. Can we?" "Oh, yes," breathed Wali. So, during the conversation, between whom? Between Wali's mother and her aunt. Okay. So, what Wali's mother replied to the aunt that, "Yes, you are absolutely right, because so many things, okay, in middle of us, in between us only, and it happens in the world outside also." And she was just they were talking on just a common topic, and that was the matter here they were discussing. So how can we possibly know about everything? So Wali's mother was saying how many things happens in day-to-day life, okay, but how we will come to know about everything? And even if we know about something also, then we often can't understand it completely. So we are not able to understand that how it happened, or really what happened. Okay. She was just asking, can we understand everything what's going on around us? "Oh, yes," breathed Wali. So this was the talk between Wali's mother and aunt. But who replied on this particular matter which was discussed? Wali. Okay, she took a deep breath and said, "Oh, yes, that's correct." "What?" asked her mother. "What's that you say?" So the mother said, "Okay, what did you say, child?" to her daughter. "Oh," said Wali, "I was just agreeing with what you said about things happening without our knowledge." So Wali here tells her mother that I really agree to you, okay, what you said about that many things happens around us, okay, about which we can't understand. We don't know that suddenly what is going to happen and what had happened. Because if you remember why she was saying, yeah, that was due to that the issue of that cow. Okay, suddenly when while going time she had seen that cow jumping and running, moving here and there, but while coming time the same cow was lying dead on the roadside. So keeping that matter in her mind, she was agreeing with her mother on that matter. Okay, just a chit of a girl she is, said her aunt, and yet look how she pokes her nose into our conversation, just as though she were a grown lady. Okay, so a chit of a girl means here a little girl. So the aunt said that see how a small girl, only 8 years old, and see how mature, how grown up she is now, because she pokes her nose into our conversation. Poking the nose means taking interest in something that doesn't concerns her, means the matter with which you don't have to do anything, still you take interest in the matter. Okay, so the aunt said to Wali's mother that see that you're a so tiny child. A chit of a girl means a very little girl, but how mature she has grown that she wants to just poke her nose. She's taking interest in our conversation, that is the conversation of the elder people. Now she has grown, she's now a grown lady. Okay, Wali smiled to herself. She didn't want them to understand her smile. But then there wasn't much chance of that, was there? So Wali smiled at that when she was told as a grown lady. Okay, just she gave a smile. Okay, and she also never wanted to reveal that really she had grown up. Now she is not a tiny girl of 8 years, okay, because of her maturity that she had shown. So there wasn't much chance of that. Here the question is raised, do you think there was any chance that those ladies will understand that really what had happened, and why Wali is just smiling? She's hiding here and she don't want to reveal the fact what had happened. Okay, so here we come to the end, and the beginning I had told you that this story is translated from the Tamil version by K.S. Sundaram. Okay, and it is illustrated by R.K. Lakshman. So here we come to the end of the story. So can we just talk about the theme of the story? What did you understand from the whole story? A little bit lengthy chapter it was, about a small girl Wali. Okay, there may be several themes according to your understanding, children, but one major theme that prominently runs throughout the story is the theme of the self confidence. Okay, though Wali is a lonely sort of a little girl who doesn't have any friends, yet we find her full of self confidence. So the author describes how she not only plans her maiden journey but executes her journey quite confidently. Okay, and no obstacles could shake her determination, her confidence in dealing with the people like the conductor, the elderly passenger, and even her aunt is really worth appreciating if we talk, isn't it? And it is the self confidence of hers that makes her maiden bus ride enjoyable and successful. So hope so you all understood this chapter. So now children, after this, after the end of this chapter, as you, every one of you might have received your midterm exam portion of all the subjects, I hope so. And you know, from 12th your exams are going to start, so I won't start any new lesson further, but I will be giving you the practice questions. Okay, and 1 or 2 days I will try to just give you the summary in very short of all the lessons learned, just for a revision purpose. I will be dealing the lessons. Okay, accordingly I will be doing. So don't miss any of your class, and do very hard work. As you know, it's your board class 10th. Okay, so be very sincere towards your studies, do very hard work, and concentrate fully on your studies, children. Now wish you all the best for exam purpose from now onwards. Okay, till the next class, goodbye.